Okay, take one. One, two, three. Kayaknya agak tinggi ya. Biar gak kentar ya. Okay, take one. One, two, three. Hello everyone. Today I would like to discuss a question that sounds simple but actually quite complex. At what point does a person truly become an adult? Most of us look at forward at our 18th birthday as the ultimate finish line, but as we dive deeper into linguistics, psychology, and sociology, we realize that adulthood isn't just a single date on a calendar, but it is a multi-dimensional journey that involves legal, functional, and most importantly, psychological transition. Then, first, let's take a look at the most common definition, the legal perspective. In the eyes of the law, adulthood is a binary switch that flips when you are turned 18. This is known as the age of majority. At this specific moment, the government grants you a set of rights and responsibilities. A bunch of the responsibilities. You can vote, you can sign legally binding contracts, and you are held fully accountable for your own actions in a court. However, is a person's character fully different the day after their 18th birthday compared to the day before? While the law provides a clear boundary for society to function, but it often fails to account for the actual majority for the individual. But moving beyond the law, many cultures view 21 as the true threshold of adulthood, often associated with completing higher education and entering the professional world. But for many sociologists, the real marker of an adult is functioning as independence. This usually happens when a person moves out of their parental home. Transitioning to your own space requires a massive shift in responsibility. You aren't just an adult because of your age anymore, but you're an adult because you are managing your own finances, paying your own bill, and taking care of your own domestic needs. This is a stage where adulting becomes a daily practice rather than just a status. And but then again, however, this transition to independence often triggers a phenomenon called quarter life crisis, typically occurring between the age of 20 and 30. This is in this this is a period of intense anxiety and uncertainty. But then again, what does this could happen? Because for the first time, the road made provided by school and parents is gone. You face the agony of choice regarding your career, your relationship, and your identity. But here's the thing, a quarter life crisis is actually a developmental milestone. It is the moment you are forced to stop living on autopilot and start questioning who you really are. It is the friction that creates a heat necessary for your true maturity. Now, we reach what I believe is the most essential part of this journey, the psychological perspective. The form of adulthood isn't about where you live or what your ID says, but it's about your internal growth. True psychological adulthood is reached when you achieve deep awareness. This means you stop following external pressures and start understanding exactly what you want in life. It involves a brave honesty where you acknowledge your strengths and, more importantly, accept your weaknesses as opportunities to growing up. Then, furthermore, a key pillar of this stage is emotional regulation. Being an adult means having the ability to identify your feelings, to ask yourself, why am I feeling this way when they do this or he doing that? And then having the maturity to manage those emotions effectively rather than reacting impulsively. It's the shift from being controlled by your emotion to being the master of them. At the end of the day, becoming an adult is not a single event. You are a legal adult at 18, a adult, a social adult when you become independent, but you only become a true adult when you master your inner self. Adulthood is the lifelong process of learning how to lead yourself before you try to lead others. So don't worry if you feel you're still figuring it out, even in your 20s or 30s. The journey is the point. Thank you for watching, and I hope this gives you a new perspective on what it means to growing up. Thank you.